Let's continue without any further ado. So, we are looking for the device. I think, yeah? Hope you're all having a pleasant morning, afternoon, or evening. I'm having some coffee. Well deserved. Let's start by checking out the organ here. We can't talk to Nelly, it seems.
Neglected and left to the rigors of this unkempt hall, this organ undoubtedly played powerful music in its glory days, blasting forth with songs of praise and celebration, echoing from the walls in triumph. I sit down at the organ's bench and flourish my hands like a virtuoso at Carnegie Hall, but I know better than to make any unnecessary noise. Standing up, I hear a thump from behind the organ as my knee jars its side.
What do we have here?
A phonograph record has fallen halfway out from behind the organ. Some music lover must have hidden it back here a while ago, judging by the thick layer of dust on its cover.
And we know which music lover we are going to give this one to. Cress's ears like the sound of sweet baritone voices and music in general. Okay, let's check out the community board.
A bulletin board is mounted on the wall. It's covered in desperate pleas for aid, going back for several months. Torn corners of Annie's pamphlets, bright red and pinned by silver tacks, cover the board. Looks like I'm not the only one who finds the posters unpleasant. A bulletin board is mounted on the wall.
Let's check out the donation bins.
Stale clothes house communities of dust and mold amongst well-expired cans of food and an old helmet inside the giveaway bin. Handprints around the edges indicate they've been moved recently.
Anything else?
Hate to see donations go unused. A quick rummage amongst the decay and my hand falls on something useful.
And my reading speed wasn't quick enough to catch what we got there. It can't be the blueprint. What did we grab? I have no idea. I will need to rewatch the episode myself to see. Let's continue. We have some... Why are we inspecting the chairs? But okay.
Several short stacks of chairs spread out unevenly against the rear wall. Hardly the most efficient way to store them, in my mind.
It might be something hidden behind here. Let's interact with that a bit later. I don't want to be forced forward in the scene. We have more stuff to check out, I think, yeah? Phone line poster.
No footprints. Just a thick layer of dust with thin streaks through it, like something was dragged. No one's been here to eat in weeks, but something was here. No footprints. Just a thick layer.
Okay, nothing else to do there. Okay, so nothing left to do but inspect the cracked wall, right? Yeah.
Wait a second. Deep cracks spread out across the wall call out like a dinner bell on an old farm. Someone tried to cover them up with plaster, but did a poor job hiding anything at all.
Fresh plaster. Interact.
With the chairs gone, it's plain that the wall has been patched up with plaster in a big hurry. It's practically still wet, but was hand-dried, causing the cracks to form. I've got it figured, I think.
Okay. So we can either examine the clues with the builder's eye. That's a grease monkey, no chance of that really. 27%. Examine the clues with the detective's eye. That, however, is a gumshoe. Easy 83%. Let's roll them dice. Yep. Succeeded. 26 XP gained.
I've seen enough speakeasies to know a covered up doorway when I see one. Come look at this patch of wall and have a listen. We close in on the plaster patch. In the silence, a low humming can be heard from behind the wall.
Hot dog! That sounds like the doohickey from my snap. Stand back, ladies. I'll make short work of it.
I take a good look at Benny rolling up his sleeves. I don't think he tops 100 pounds. I'd better step in. The kid's all determination and has a bat, but not enough mass. Whoa, settle down, Benny. We don't want our ace reporter hurt. You've got a story to write. Leave it to me.
Smash through the wall. Wall is an enforcer check. Easy 91%. Or pry the wall open carefully. It's a phantom. Also easy at 91% chance of succeeding. Let's not make too much noise here. Yeah? So let's not smash through the wall. Let's try to pry it open carefully. Succeeded. 27 XP gained.
Stepping up to the wall, I carefully tap with my fingertips and guess where the studs are. After a few minutes of examination, I find a gap between studs on both sides of the plaster patch. With the use of the crowbar and some careful maneuvering, I'm able to move aside a chunk of the wall without making a mess, prying it open like a door on a hinge. Maybe I should have been a builder.
Okay. Nothing else to do in here now, right? No. So let's enter the new room.
The hairs on the inside of my nose stand on end. My head fills with the dull sound of roaring waves, and my breath catches at the sight of aether, iron, and magic.
Wowzers! I can actually feel the discharging waves in here! This is incredible!
You said it, lady.
Have a few things to interact with, right? I have no idea we can talk to Nelly, so let's do that last, I think. I have no idea what this text is saying, but let's examine this thing.
I'm no scientist, but I know expensive goods when I see them. These whiz-bangs are rare and expensive. No way Nation's Crusade could afford them on their own. I'm no scientist, but I know expensive goods when... I'm no scientist.
Let's examine the desk.
A lone, somewhat shabby office desk sits in front of the amplifier, absurd in the size difference. I see a few schematics piled on top.
We can look up. Let's see what it is. Glass skylight.
The flares of red aether are dazzling my eyes, promising one hell of a headache in the near future. I swear I can feel my fillings vibrating in my mouth. The flares of red aether are dazzling my eyes.
I can't see what the text is saying there, but let's examine.
Despite its size, I can see that this hardware has been lashed together with almost no finishing. It's not made to impress, that's for sure.
do we have over here?
There could be something useful in that unsorted pile of schematics, but it would take some time to go through it all.
Look through the schematics for something useful is a brainiac check, and it's trivial. Or move on with the mission. Nope, let's see what we can find. Yep, succeeded, 24 XP gained.
The seemingly endless pile of flimsy schematics are way over my head for the most part, but I spot something in there that looks similar to Nellie's work. I nab them. Maybe Nellie can make some sense of them.
What did we get? Schematics added to key items. Let's have a look-see. Ah, yeah. Some Aether power schematics. And we have some blueprints as well we haven't done anything with yet, I think. Don't know where we picked those up, though. Okay, Nellie, let's have a little talk.
Temporarily oblivious to my existence, Nellie rushes forward, walking around the amplifier as far as she can manage, mumbling to herself for several minutes.
After my initial observations, I've come to 2 conclusions.
Please elaborate.
First, the purpose of the amplifier. It is my belief that it is working in concert with other devices within the district to shield Nation's crusade from the well's gravitational forces. Second, the capabilities of the amplifier. I believe it shouldn't take more than a few adjustments to repurpose it to work with Daisy.
Ah,
So, we could activate the machine from Nation's crusade and not inside the well.
Exactly.
I like the sound of that. Now we just have to make Annie play ball.
Clam up. Someone's coming.
We all stand stiller than Roman frescoes out of a book. Sure enough, we burst into the front room. Someone's at the front door working the locks. I have only seconds to respond.
sure enough, voices and footsteps radiate from the front door of the mission. We need to get out of here. Okay, so we could bluff it out. That's a Daredevil 1, 58% chance. Slip away silently, though, is a phantom, and it's an easy check at 72% chance of succeeding. Or stage a distraction and escape, and that's a strategist. Very, very low chance. So, let's try to slip away silently. Yep, succeeded and 29 XP gained.
I put a finger to my lips and gesture toward a locked window I spotted earlier. I coax open the lock, and we slide out the window just as the newcomers enter the foyer.
Did anyone else hear something? No? Probably a rat or something.
Back on the street, a rushing river of bobbing hats ranging in colors and size pulls us into its current. Amongst the crowd, some sing, others dance, yet all wear plastered sharp-toothed smiles.
Religious fanatics.
What gives? Where are they all headed?
Rather spooky, isn't it?
Looks to me like they're moving over to Quincy Park Terrace.
We're never getting back to the cars in this mess.
Find a way out. Okay. So what do we have around here? Straight. Yeah, we need to make our way up there. Our mission objective is go to Quincy Park Terrace and listen to Annie's summon. I'm sure this will go just swellingly, right?
I must be driving funny as I move slowly through the crowd. Something sinful in my paint job or alien in my eyes, because a kind-eyed woman reaches in and puts her hand on my shoulder.
You look new. I'm glad you're coming along. Annie has a teaching in store for today that will open your eyes.
Ah, I see. Thank you very much.
You are coming, aren't you? This really is something you shouldn't miss.
She speaks half to the crowd while her grip tightens on my arm. Wandering eyes of passers-by lend countless invisible strings to fasten me in place, keeping my foot only hovering above the accelerator.
You really shouldn't.
She and the crowd have me surrounded. I stare into those eyes and imagine what it means to be a fly trapped in a spider's web. Her grip tightens almost painfully, but then she lets go, walking off with a smile and a wave.
Hope to see you soon.
Sitting still while the rushing water of people flows around him, a ragged man begs behind a threadbare cap with barely enough change to buy a cup of joe. Excuse me, sir. Pardon me for asking, but how come you're not heading to the rally? Plenty more marks in a crowd like that. You could probably rake it in.
You're not from here, are you? Those people won't give me a thing without selling them my soul first. I'm gonna want that for later.
Nellie runs up, her usual brightness tarnished by a newly revealed discomfort with crowds.
Sounds like Annie's going to be at Quincy Park Terrace. We can talk to her and ask about the amplifiers. See if she'll help us.
Might be a story in it.
Okay, it's been a while since I've been to church, though. Hope the holy water doesn't burn me too badly.
Take me to church. Do, 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 do.
The streets are teeming with foot traffic as we make our way to the grand concert hall in Quincy Park Terrace. Luckily, by the time we find somewhere to park in all of the traffic, we're among the last entering the venue. The hall features several balcony levels and a sizable auditorium, accommodating tens of thousands. Every square foot of space is crammed with the faithful, packing themselves in, shoulder to shoulder with perfect strangers.
And here we are safe. Here we are free. God has decided that we are to live in the storm, that we may shine brightest to those who need salvation.
The faces of Annie's people are shining with perspiration, shouting their devotion until they're hoarse. I keep a tight grip on Nellie's arm so I don't lose her or Benny in the crowd.
Okay, what do we have to interact with here? Can't move up or down, but left and right. We have some crowds to listen to. We have loudspeakers to listen to Annie speaking. Let's inspect the banner.
In the wilderness, surrounded by enemies, Moses held up an image of power upon his staff, an image of fear to the evil, but of salvation to the faithful. Nations Crusade will offer that image in the lowers.
It's a good-looking banner, all right, but it doesn't make me think of piety or temperance. It looks more like the flag of an army to me.
In the wilderness, surrounded by enemies.
Okay. Let's listen in on the crowd.
The speech is in full swing, the audience raptly drinking in every drop of Annie's palpable charisma. It's the perfect opportunity to relieve a bystander of his wallet on the sly.
I'm not that interested in what's in the wallet, but if we succeed, we gain XP. Resist the urge, yeah, but I want the XP, so we can be discreet. That's a phantom, 72% chance of succeeding. Create a distraction, dodger, 16% chance, nearly impossible. Let's try this. And we succeeded. 29 XP gained.
I wait until I bump into another member of the crowd, then dart my hand into his pocket, grabbing what I can and slipping it into my own coat. The crowd moves again, and my mark continues shuffling toward the exit, unaware he's just made an anonymous contribution to the underground.
Well, I would say welcome to the underground, but you are unaware, but thank you. $X added. Could you tell me how much money we got? I'm not sure. Okay. We have another part of the crowd to listen in on.
Annie's audience is making a full-course meal of her impassioned sermon. Their eyes shine with the inner light of unshakable faith. I have to hand it to Annie. She's got the meeting out of the palm of her hand. If we can't sweet talk, Annie, this is about to get very dangerous. These people will tear us limb from limb if they catch us defying Annie's will. Annie's audience is making a full-course meal of her.
Okay. So the only thing left is to listen in on Annie's speech, yeah?
You, my friends, need not worry that you are chosen. Behold the yawning vortex of pandemonium. See how those mired in sin falter, while the lambs of our crusade remain strong.
Thanks to a bunch of lashed-together Aether amplifiers running interference, that is.
Our prayers have not fallen upon deaf ears. The halls of earthly power cannot help but shake to their very foundations when confronted with our Lord.
Are you truly a believing zealot, or are you just using religion as a way to gain power? This is what I'm not quite sure on.
If the trust is behind your sudden acquisition of red Aether-powered amplifiers, I have the feeling it's the halls of power shaking you down, sister.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
In the wilderness, surrounded by...
If we can't sweet talk, Annie, this is about to get very dangerous. These people will tear us limb from limb.
Okay. Let's interact with Annie.
Some call us fools, but those blind to God will see wisdom is folly. While the well is death for some, to us, it is God's gift.
Yeah, I really wish the developer Seismic Squirrel would fix this. That the dialogue window is covering the character speaking. I took some screenshots and made them aware of that a while ago, and they said that, yeah, no, this isn't intended. this look isn't good. So they said they would fix that sooner rather than later, but it has been only a few weeks though, so I'm sure they will get around to it, because it's such a shame that the art style of the game is covered up like this. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think it will be fixed until we are finished with the playthrough, but oh well.
I let the even, impassioned speech wash over and through me, trying to see through her words. Is she a nurturer? I motion with my hands, drawing my group closer together for a conversation.
Why did they stop the... Why did they change voice track? Overlay it like that, that's weird. Trying to see through her words. Is she a nurturer or a fiery rabble rouser? Deliverer or warlord? Something is going on beneath the surface where we're not meant to look. I motion with my hands, drawing my group closer together for a conversation.
Pretty words, but Annie is deliberately downplaying the danger of the well. What's her angle? Does she really think people can live so close?
I do hope Annie has plans beyond relying on the amplifiers alone. Surely if she cares for her people, she'll understand the danger the well represents.
Feeling a little of that old-time religion, Dr. Reinhardt?
Gia, she just feels different from the other barons. I say we at least make the attempt to talk it out.
Are you kidding me? Annie is nothing but trouble with a capital T. She's hiding things from her people. Remember that doohickey we saw earlier? She's double dealing and up to no good.
I see your point, kid, though it doesn't pay to jump to conclusions.
You asked what I thought, and that's what I gave you.
Declare Annie dangerous. Declare Annie harmless. No, I don't believe that. But yeah, let's reserve judgment for now. We haven't even spoken to her.
It's hard to say. For me, it could cut either way. She might mean well, but she's stirring up a viper's nest, playing with folks' hopes and fears.
Yep.
Never doubt, brothers and sisters, that we of the Nations Crusade are God's chosen people. We will persevere and triumphantly usher in a new heavenly kingdom on earth.
Yeah, are you a nutcase or are you playing a nutcase?
Yeah. Gotta do some more digging. Find out the whys and wherefores. Good thing you've got ace reporter Benny Castellano with you.
Either way, I hope we can convince her to help us. Everything depends on us getting that amplifier.
And now, brothers and sisters, turn to your neighbor and embrace them. For there are no strangers in this barony. All are the children of God.
Nellie squeezes Benny like a rag doll. The kid blushes to the roots of his hair. I can't help but laugh, but I choke it down as someone approaches me from my blind side and hugs me tightly.
Yeah, that's very uncomfortable for you, Gia, I'm sure, but let's play along, yeah? Let's not make a scene here. Accept the
I
embrace.
seize at first, ready to break the grab and toss them on their can. But when in Rome, I sigh and pat their arm in affirmation. Thanks. Thank you. That was a nice hug. You can let go now, please. Now. Bless you. Let go.
Bless you also, sister. Are you new to the flock?
Yes, that's right. A friend told me about this place. Thought I'd come see for myself.
That's marvelous news. Your friend is truly doing good work. Here, take this. Perhaps it will help you along your path.
The grabby congregant is all smiles and eager energy as they push a pamphlet into my hands. I can tell they won't take no for an answer.
You should visit Annie at your first opportunity. I'm sure she could show you the way better than my poor words ever could. You'll find her at her home, Gethsemane. Her doors are open to all.
Open to all? Like the hundreds or thousands of people living here? How is she able to get anything done, if that's the case? Okay.
Good idea. Thanks, pal.
And now, my friends, neighbors, brothers, and sisters, let us bow our heads in prayer.
That's our cue.
So
We make
up
our
with
exit as
Annie.
Annie guides the crowd through the end of her service. We take a breather, Then head over to the Gethsemane retreat to talk with Annie face to face.
So we got something there, right? Let's see. Yeah, it's Nations Crusades pamphlet. We can't do anything with it. It seems slightly sweaty pamphlet with Annie visible. Okay. Anything else to do in
It's
here?
a good-looking banner, all right. Annie's audience is making a full-course meal of her impassioned.
Nope. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, let's go and have a chat with the potential crazy person. What's this? Smuggler's Clubhouse.
It's not much to look at, but when holing up in a place surrounded by allies who have already faced the worst this neighborhood has to offer, the sense of being hunted feels distant. That's more important than all the creature comforts of a swank high-rise.
So we can lay low here, but we can't get the heat down any further. It sits at 3, yeah. So let's save this for later. Yeah.
If you rely on friends too much, you can put them in danger. I'll keep this place in my back pocket until I really need it.
My faults, exactly. So let's have a chat with Annie.
I checked the address twice before parking and walking up. It's an utterly plain brownstone stuck right between two boarding houses. Hardly the fortress or palace I expected. We walk right up to Annie's home. The door is ajar. Playing it safe, I poke my head in. Several of her armed faithful are inside. They all take note, but are not in formation or attention. One of the bucketheads walks over to us.
Welcome to Gethsemane, pilgrim.
The knight's eyes flicker over the pamphlet in my hand.
Pilgrim, are you a cowboy?
Ah, you're one of the flock. Right this way, Annie's in a garden. She prefers to relax there after a service.
Yeah, you sound like Texan. Okay.
The guards lead us through to Annie's backyard garden. Nellie bursts forth from the group, wandering around to admire the features and flowers as if she didn't have a care in the world, humming like a honeybee.
Nellie, you will be the death of me yet, girl.
The garden's presence in the relative squalor of Nation's crusade is a testament to how badly Annie's followers wish to please her. The hedges are perfectly trimmed, the fountain and pond fresh and clean, the stonework well maintained.
New objective: convince Annie to cooperate with Nellie's plan.
As we enter, Annie is kneeling in front of a makeshift altar. Her eyes are tightly shut as she murmurs softly. The only sight marring this idyllic scene is the ever-present well, boiling and booming in the distance.
Okay, let's see. What else do we have around here? We have a bunch of things, actually. Okay, yeah. Let's interact with Benny in a bit. We have a picnic basket.
The picnic basket in front of the hedge is chock full of fresh fruits and cheese. Even from several feet away, the scent of the ripened bounty fills the air. I've never been much for rabbit food as a rule, but these freshly harvested cucumbers, carrots, and tomatoes make me want to sit and dig into a garden salad. The picnic basket in front of the hedge is chock full of fresh...
Let's inspect the well.
From behind the tall buildings around the brownstone, I can make out the bitter promise that is the well. A promise of oblivion, an end to futures. The well whirls and howls with elemental vigor, unstoppable in its power, unrivaled in destruction. Annie must be one hell of a saleswoman, convincing her people they're safe from the doom it promises. From behind the tall buildings around the brownstone, I can make out the bitter promise that is the well, a promise of oblivion, an end to futures. The well whirls and howls.
Okay. Looming building.
Though the tall buildings outside Gethsemane would normally look quite intimidating, the skyline actually does a very good job of obscuring the well. Was this spot chosen for that reason? Crafty. Though the tall buildings outside Gethsemane...
Okay. Flowering vines. Inspect.
Beautiful flowers adorn the trimmed vines climbing up the walls of the courtyard. The bright pastel colors are as vibrant as any painting, drawing the eye away from the skyline's gloom. Beautiful flowers adorn the trimmed vines.
No.
Beautiful flower.
Yeah, no. And this altar.
In the shade of a tree located in the center of the garden, a makeshift altar has been prepared atop a stone wall circling the tree's trunk.
Anything else?
A half-melted candle and a plain, well-thumbed Bible lie atop the stone. A portrait of a severe but proud man leans against the wall, eyes flinty, as if from a hard life. I see something of Annie in the man's face.
Anything
In the
else?
shade of a tree located in the center of the...
No. Okay. Before we speak with Annie, let's interact with Benny here.
I see Benny skulking near the rear wall of the garden, where he's examining the flowering vines. From the way he keeps looking back and forth, it looks like he's up to no good.
Okay, we have two options. Show him some proper investigation. That's a phantom, 72% chance of succeeding. Show him how to fool a watchful eye. That's a gumshoe check, but it's a medium difficulty at 41%. So let's go for the simpler one of the phantom there. Success, 29 XP gain.
Benny's so focused on the flowering vines that he doesn't see me coming. He leans forward, sniffing at the flowers. Steadying himself with his jacket open, his hand shakes with anticipation before making the grab. Hey, Benny. Benny yelps and turns around to face me. While he turns, I reach out with my far hand and snatch a yellow flower from one of the vines, as quick as a pickpocket. I hold it up to him, smiling.
What? How'd you do that?
Talent, my boy, pure talent. This what you were after? Try to be a little less obvious next time.
Yep, this old lady has some tricks, for sure. You can learn a thing or two, boy.
I toss him a wink in the yellow bloom. His cheeks flare red.
Okay, the only thing left to interact with would be Annie, right? Yeah, okay. So, hello Annie. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
Upon my approach, Annie finishes her prayer and rises to her feet gracefully. As she rises, an axe lying on the ground is revealed just next to her altar. She follows my eyeline and smiles, her eyes sparkling with curiosity.
Welcome, sister. Thank you so much for waiting. You must be new to the neighborhood. Welcome, welcome. Where do you come from, friends?
Myself, I'm from the Helicline
Nelly?
Oh, we come from all over the place, but they say that we all end up where we're meant to go eventually.
Oh, I've heard that as well. Well, you've searched me out and you found me. What can I do for you?
Ask Annie about her past, ask about Nation's Crusade, ask about the Welp, be direct or appeal to her better nature. Let's see. First of all, ask about Nation's Crusade.
I've dealt with a few barons before and been all over the lowers, but I've never seen a place like this. People have a lot of opinions about them, but love? That's a new one to me.
We had a baron once, who was more in line with what you have known. Once he tried to suppress the message, but God softened his heart, and he willingly stepped down for the good of the people.
I really wish we could see who we are speaking to.
In other words, the baron of this place tried to send them packing. There was a revolt, power was handed over to her, and she's got everyone convinced it was God's will. A nice arrangement.
Ask about her past.
How did you get into your position here, Annie? I noticed that picture by your altar. Was that someone important to you?
Ah, you saw the picture of my father. Before I was born, my parents founded a mission in the lowers, providing health services and free schooling to those less fortunate.
I am sure without any form of strings attached or indoctrination or anything, right? Free to worship whatever they wanted and all that? Yeah?
I grew up in the mission myself, teaching and caring for others after their example. After they passed, I took up their cause as my own. I swore that I would provide a godly example here on Earth.
Her eye twitches involuntarily. There's something more here, but she seems agitated. I don't want to get on her bad side just now. Maybe later.
Ask about the well.
Your island butts right up against the well. Aren't you worried about the well sucking this place down like a raw oyster?
What my associate means to say is, how do you plan to deal with the well in the long term? Even amplified etheric shields will only work for so long.
By the grace of God we have endured. Surely you don't believe that the will of our Lord, who has conquered death itself, would falter against something so base as an inverted gravitic anomaly.
What?
Shh. Go on, please.
Or maybe it's some unique etheric property, localized, of course, that resists the vortex's force. I don't pretend to be an expert, but I believe Richter's theories on Aether vortices touch upon such a possibility.
To my side, I see Nellie go pale. She wasn't expecting this, and neither was I. Annie is a zealot, to be sure, but also an educated zealot, using terms I barely understand. She's also lying through her teeth.
But is she a zealot, though? Be direct or appeal to her better nature. Let's try to appeal to her better nature, yeah?
To be straight with you, we've come to ask for your help. There's a lot of bad news coming down the pike, and all of it is aimed at the lowers.
Then, by all means, let's hear what you have to say. It is our purpose to serve, and when necessary, to act as a shield against the evils of the world.
With respect, we come before you in the air of humility to entreat upon you to, that is,
What are you talking all fancy for, lady? Spit it out already.
What is it you need, sister? Speak plainly. What is the nature of the help you require?
The well is getting bigger, and if we don't do something to close it up real fast, the entire lowers is history. And by how close you bunch are, you shouldn't have to guess who'll be gobbled up first. We've got a plan. Nellie here made a device that should put the whole thing to bed, but it needs your red Aether amplifier you're using to shield.
What? How dare you?
The woman
What?
recoils like a bear stumbling across a mirror and its own reflection. Annie's face flushes, maybe the first human response I've really seen coming from her. Now we're getting somewhere.
Let's try to apologize, yeah?
I'm sorry, did I say something wrong?
No, that was right, Gia. That big machine we saw is part of an array, projecting a shield over Nation's crusade to protect it from the worst parts of the well.
Are you calling me a liar?
What?
No, not so much as... Miss Annie, we understand the need to keep some things under wraps, but in light of the danger, surely you can see...
See? What I see is an imp of Satan, spreading lies and rumors in order to undermine my holy mission. Your half-truths and innuendos will find no purchase here.
Yeah. You might be in the league of the trust for sure, yeah?
So much for diplomacy. Annie's face contorts into a mask of rage.
You would dare.
I flinch away in the face of Annie's fury. Nellie to my left gasps. Benny, bless him, snaps a photo out of habit. Annie's eyes are flashing with panic and rage. She grinds her teeth so hard I'm surprised I can't smell smoke.
You might be able to use that photo as a bit of an incentive for you to help us out, right? A little bit of blackmail, you showing a bit of a ragey side, yeah?
You have no place here. Guards, take them. Put them to the question.
I don't think we will like that, lady.
Whoa, look, let's just talk about...
Come on, gang.
Objectively and regroup, yep.
Come back here. Annie says you can't leave.
How did we get out of the house with all of those guards?
I think I'll put that off for a while, thanks. Nellie sits beside me silently, still mazed. I know she was hoping for the best out of Annie. She's disappointed, and I don't blame her.
If we make it through this, it's going to make for one heck of a scoop.
Sit in the back and keep your head down, kid. It's about to get dangerous.
So, what do we have here? Temperance agent, Ram, shoot Javelin, shoot Wave, and I forget. That escape doesn't turn down the window. Soldier, what are you about? Spray mist. Okay, we will take a look at this in the next episode, yeah? Because this one has been going on for a bit, so see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Take care.